Hola, 'tis I, Alicia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. This is going to be our part 3 video. So we did part 1 on Mora Murray. We did part 2 on Prince Charming, who showed up in the first video. Now we're going to see what happens after the car accident, because if you haven't yet, go watch those other 2 videos, but the first 2 videos kind of lay out that the accident happens. She sees this as an opportunity once Prince Charming shows up. And Prince Charming's not all that he seems to be on the surface. So I want to see what I can find out here. I'm using part of my True Crime and Conspiracy deck. And again, this is a card reading, tarot card, oracle card, whatever cards I pull out. But it's for entertainment purposes only, not fact, my opinion, allegedly. And let's see what we can find out. Mora Murray, what happened to you? Devil card. This is all weird. It's like contradictions here. There's travel here. And, hold on, let me get the tokens. Okay, we're going to use the tokens and see what we can find out here, because there's a lot of, you have death and you have alive. Like, really? And you have Sue, you know what, there. So let's start with each of these. This is, okay, so with this card here, our S card, Sui, there's ghosts of the past, there's guardian angels watching over, and there's this enlightenment. Let's see what else we have with hope. I don't know if this was some idea she had in the past, perhaps, because it feels like an old idea. It doesn't feel relevant to what happened to her, but an idea that she had thought about in the past. And I don't know if that's coming up like in the current energy, or the energy at the time, thinking that, maybe that's what happened. But I don't think that's what happened to her. So that I'm putting that out of what's happening here. Under alive, we have a lot of people talking about it, that she could possibly be alive. And we have heavy responsibility and a destruction and liberation, tower moment, unforeseen change when it comes to her being alive. There's a lot of people hoping, carrying that idea. She's still alive. She's still out there. But this is like it's a ticking time bomb. And when we're looking at death here, there's a light bulb moment, there's a moon, and there's travel. The thing that is interesting to me is that I think, my opinion, I think that she was alive for quite a while. I think she went off with Prince Charming to go live some life. He is a ticking time bomb. And when he's done, remember, he says he's done, he collapses everything. It's like, we're done with this story and everything ends. He closes that chapter, he moves on. I think this is, he takes her off the earth plane and then he moves on. He's moving on with his little suitcase to the next story he's going to go make up and the new life he's going to go live. I think she was she was alive with this guy for some period of a time. And then when it got to paranoias coming into his mind that people are going to catch on to how these stories don't add up. Yeah. Now we have travel and secret trip. There's the world. Yeah, this is fulfillment, achievement, completion, nuts and bolts. Look closer. $83. That's a open book? Book partially read, distracted, something's left unfinished. Okay. I think when she goes over to his house, she has the car accident. She gets out. She's looking around trying to figure out what am I going to do next. He comes out, Prince Charming. Oh, gosh, that's horrible. Well, come in, have a coffee before the cops show up. Da, da, da. They get in there and they start talking. And I think it's one of those things where we saw how he has this like empathetic ear. He can really adapt it, you know, making you feel comfortable. He can lower your guard. They get to talking, and if I was looking, I'd go back to where this happened and who was there, and did somebody get up in the middle of the night and skip town and go somewhere else? Because that's where I would start. This is like, look closer. This guy is the means for taking her out of the area. And it's almost like, you know, the distracted with the book, right? I was doing something and then something else popped up, right? I got to get out of town. I've got myself, I got this lady, I got to make her dreams come true before I collapse them. He takes her. Now, this is interesting. So we have the spouse and the marriage. We have life insurance. We have this kidnapped here. Trying to figure out what order this goes in, because we have life insurance, lies, communication. What is all of this? Well, let's start with the spouse, partner, marriage, wedding. I'm going to go over to kidnapped because that's intriguing. Okay. This kidnapped is also, goes down here with our Sui card, because this is like family and friends are thinking, oh, maybe she was kidnapped, she went on a vacation, we should look into her journals, we should see what she was looking up, we should explore all that. This is the outside energy of looking into her, like, oh, you know, maybe she just decided to go on a trip, da da da, who knows. When we have spouse, partner, marriage, wedding, we have wake up and smell the coffee, and then there's also this idea we got to cut something out. Something needs to be cut out. Interesting. We have the vibes, audio symbol. vibes, chemistry. There's chemistry between these two. We have the peace dove. It is love and peace. Bird with a rose is love and peace and hope. Now, the interesting thing is this bat, death and rebirth, where we saw that whole thing before where it's like she's ready to end this life. She's made a decision to start a new life, and luck has it that Prince Charming's there and he's going to facilitate this new life. So I think she and him somehow go get married. Okay, so let's organize these. At the time of her disappearance, she goes and she's alive, right? And Prince Charming shows up and he's facilitating her dreams. And then at some point, they become somehow connected. But they up and leave, I don't know, in the middle of the night, like something. Okay. We have drama, fear, abuse, revenge, communication, lies. Let's see what's up with the money and the greed. Well, let's separate those. Devil. Okay. Bird in hand. This is a part of how he makes money and how he moves on to go do his other lives. He somehow gets together with these women. I don't know. It doesn't arouse the system somehow to get life insurance on a missing person. I don't know. Somehow this is where he's making money off of them. And there's that scaredy cat. When he knows that like time's up, this is when he has to get rid of them to collect the insurance. This is his constant theme here. Besides the desire to have multiple different lives, and he's playing multiple different characters in each of these different chapters of his life as the cat with 9 lives, this is too, it's the same old story. He finds these women, they're in some type of vulnerable state. He comes in as Prince Charming to take care of them. They're vulnerable, they want to change in life, whatever the case may be. He comes in. They hook up, they get married. He gets life insurance on them, and it's about the money because at some point he's going to be done with him, takes the money and hits it the next day. That's where we have the devil with the money. Devil. Desire for the money. This is how he funds his life. But I don't know how life insurance works and all of that jazz and whatever, but all right. Let's see what intuition's about. He knows exactly. This is the spider. The spider crafts the web, and the spider is very creative in how they craft the web. This is like, he's done this enough times. He knows how to creatively do it. No problemo. Let's see what the drugs is about. Is this how he gets rid of them? There's the hearts, the double hearts of love on the drugs here. 26. This is clarity as well. Good fortune. Material happiness. When it's time to get the money, this is when he poisons them at home, like in their coffee cups, or I don't know. He's doing it. He watches them to make sure they ingest it. this is how he gets rid of them. All right, so this is the one step away from the death. And he knows when he needs to craft his thing. Let's see about these. Revenge, that's 118. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Capricorn fits in because I believe we got Emperor in the first reading. It's just that dominant male energy. When he gets, like, because I said this happens multiple times, when he hooks up with a spouse or partner, so beyond with what happened with Mora, he does this all the time. And there's this idea that, you know, I'm the head of the family, I'm the boss of the family, we will do as I say, I'm in charge here. He gets them into this relationship and then he dominates them, putting them into a submissive position to him. What is the 109 whale? Compassion, solitude, creative release. That's more of a creative release. I think he has multiple different tactics that he uses with the women to get them into a position where they are just going to do whatever the heck he says. Whatever he says. Theories that she was kidnapped. Theory maybe she took her life. Theory that maybe she ran away. She hooked up with this guy when it was time that he had to move on from her and be done living this life. That's when he's going to poison her and leave. Lies. These are the lies that he tells Mora. He told all the other women, like, make a wish and I'll make your dreams come true. That's just his story. That's his story to get them going. Communication and card suits. Playing out strategically. He knows all the things to say to them. He knows all the things to say to them. So then what happened to her after he's done and he takes her off the earth plane? What happened to her? Where is she? Maybe by a school? I don't know. Okay, so here's where I'm thinking. When he disposes of her, they are in the community for a certain period of time. There's some place that they hang out. I don't know if this is a park by a school, something, wherever they ended up. He takes her to some place where she loves. So there's some farewell he does to them. I don't know if he's like burying them or whatnot, but this is his tribute to her for his funeral for her. Personal funeral that nobody else is seeing. Cover up. Love. Cupid. He feels like he's keeping their secrets too, some weird way, but he's protecting his ass. No doubt about that. School, creative spider web, a creative thinking. It's some place that he knows that he had with her and probably with other ladies who've probably gone missing. Nobody knows. This is like his creative thing is that he like find some place. This is how he can keep track of where they are, so he can follow this in the news or wherever. If somebody happens to go to one of these places that he knows, like, so if he wrote down the little old red schoolhouse on Mill Road, he would know that that would be where Maura would be. I'm not saying that's where she is. I don't even know that that's a real thing. Okay. But if he heard that, that would perk up his ears and he would know, doot, doot, danger. So, and should anybody find something of his that perhaps he's written things down in, where you have like multiple different places written down, they're not going to make sense to anybody, and there'd be like no reason to investigate him because he comes off as cool as a cucumber to investigator, policeman, detective types. Distraction. Someone came upon him while he was doing this. He could sense, he's craftily, it's intuition as well. When he's crafting and carefully burying her, putting her out next to the school and covering this up, someone came upon him. He could sense it that they're there, but you know, the Frog Prince over here, he can disguise himself and not to arouse any suspicions about what's going on here. No, no, no. Okay. Well, I think that's what I've got. Unless you guys have got questions. This has like been one of the craziest readings I've ever done. But let's hope one day she is found. Hopefully one day she is found. And let's hope more that this guy is found, because it looks like he's about ready to start all over again. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Please say a prayer for Maura and her family, and this is Horrid. And join me in the Moonmoth Manor, AliciaWicker.com, and get more tarot readings like this, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Adios.